I'm feeling a zero.
It's a jam.
Let's go.
Next one's my favorite.
I'm feeling a zero. I'm feeling a zero.
Next one's my favorite.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Indie Heads Podcast Late Night Edition. I am your host, Maddie, aka Recon IG. On this special episode of the Indie Heads Podcast, we have...
I am Lord of the Game, also known as Alex, also known as Tatio Senji.
I am Ali, or I am Tupac AMA.
Alex, you're a fucking poser calling yourself Lord of the Game. You don't even like ex-military that much.
I am the Lord of the Game. That's probably my favorite song on it, though.
Can you sing the hook right now for me?
No.
Lord of the Game!
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, late night, we haven't done one of these in a couple months. That's the first one under the new name, too. So, yay! It should be coming out around the same time as this podcast.
Our vastly different name.
And this will be coming out. I'll probably be editing the podcast while I'm doing this, or just getting it uploaded. So, Alex, you've been to a couple concerts, right? And you want to talk about them.
Yes.
So, Alex, go on ahead and talk about your concerts.
I'm gonna go in not chronological order. Because I don't know, the Destroyer concert is more fresh in my mind, but so last night I saw Destroyer and it was great. When Dan came on, he was clearly drunk. and he proceeded to drink 2 more beers on stage. Like, whenever he wasn't singing, he'd crouch down and take a swig. But he kept it together, man. He took it like a champ.
He could hold his liquor.
Yeah, he was alcoholic drunk, not like real drunk.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad, but also like, I don't know.
He's 40. He's 40. Yeah. He tours all the time. It's not surprising, but still.
Yeah. It also, like, based off of his personality and his music, it's like so. Like,
not surprising.
Yeah. And it was great. The band was great. They were all drinking too. But the only one in the band that drank even remotely the same amount was the saxophonist, he was awesome. He was so cool. Just, I don't know, all the shit that he did. They were all really talented players, which was it was enjoyable to watch. I spent a lot of the time actually watching the keyboardist just in awe because I play piano and like he was just like so far removed from what I am even remotely capable of doing. He had this one song, he was playing like keys in between chords and he was playing the chords quickly, and it was just like for a split second he'd tap a key and it sounded great, and like he didn't mess it up at all even once. And like, I don't know, I mean, you know, he's a professional musician, but it was just like, I was just so baffled by that.
Not even one fuck up.
Yeah, he'd like, there was not a single fuck up that I noticed from him. Actually, right at the beginning of the show, I think he slipped like one note, but it was barely noticeable. Mm-hmm. I saw what looked sort of like a fudge, but like, you know, he was great. And I got his set list too. That was kind of like a great concert for set lists, because there were like 8 members in the band and each of them had one on the stage. So it wasn't too difficult to get one. And I'm pretty happy about that.
Nice.
They opened with Bangkok, which was like, felt iconic. It was like, Dan came on like drunk. He wasn't like stumbling. I could just tell by his demeanor and like facial expression. Like, he comes on and like takes a swig, and then they go straight into Bangkok, and it was the last song I expected them to play first. And it was really cool. Mm-hmm. I missed the opener for that show though. The other show, I kind of listened to her beforehand and like wasn't too into it, so I wasn't like too torn up about that. The other show I went to was last Wednesday, and I saw Ought. They were great. It wasn't like the best show I've ever been to, but they were really they have like a really good stage presence.
I was saying, Alex, speaking of the Odd Show, you sent me. I sent you a Snapchat because you told me. I think you said on Wednesday, remind me to send you the footage. I'm like, okay. I think you said Wednesday or some other day.
I don't know.
By the way, footage is being this documentary that we've been trying to get put together for the
I finally let the record be set that I finally sent the footage.
Which I'm downloading right now. It's like 6 gigabytes.
Yeah.
But you were back. Apparently you said I'm in their tour bus right now.
Oh, that was a joke.
Okay, you fucker.
I was I tried to take a picture of the stage, but it was dark in the bar, so it wasn't clear.
Mm-hmm.
So you sent me a snap saying, "Where's the footage?" And I said, "In Ott's tour bus."
Oh, okay. Then just me not having reading comprehension skills. Got it.
But yeah, that was a good show. It was like the one kind of shitty part about it was I had like a long first few days of the week because I had to do like most of my sculpture project and get it done by the day of the show. And I did manage to do that, which was awesome. But yeah, so I hadn't like gotten a crazy amount of sleep, and the doors didn't even open until 9, and there were 2 openers.
Ooh.
So Ott didn't get up until 11, and it wasn't like the show is in Providence, which it would be like 35 minutes away or 45 minutes away from me. It was in Boston, so we had to drive like an hour and a half, 2 hours up to go to the show. And they didn't get on until 11, and then they played until, like, I don't know, maybe 12:45-ish, maybe a bit less. We were there until, like, 1, though, because I wanted to get merch, and I ended up talking to a couple of the band members for a little bit, and yeah, so then we're driving back down from Boston. And I had to do so much to stay awake. It was nuts. Like, first of all, I drank a fuckload of coffee that day. I had to. And even that wasn't good enough. On the way back, I had to blast Jenny Death. And repeatedly beat the shit out of my leg. Like, really, I was, like, punching it. Like, well, not punching. I was slapping it as hard as I could. Just to, like, keep me from falling asleep on the road. And it was really effective. Like, if I had thought that we were in any legitimate danger, I don't know.
You would have pulled over.
Yeah, I would have... We would have had to have figured it out. But I don't know. It was a little dicey at times.
Yeah.
It was a little scary. See, part of it was, like, we had to get home. Like, she had, my girlfriend had a speech to give in class the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And she needed to work on it. So she was going to stay up all night working on it. So we had to get back, because she didn't have her materials. We couldn't just, like, go to a hotel.
Yeah.
Obviously, though, that's, like, not worth our lives.
Yeah.
But, you know, I was confident we could get home. Well, actually, part of it was we weren't going home. We were going to her mom's apartment in Providence, so it was only like an hour drive back. But still, it was rough. It was more like an hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, I can't even remember. I did a lot of shit to stay awake. I had to But yeah, so basically towards the end of it, we were blasting Jenny Death. I had to, like, I was, like, kicking my left foot just to keep it moving, because whenever I stopped moving, I'd get, like, really drowsy, and I'd start to, like, my vision would blur a little.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just repeatedly, like, slamming on my legs, and I'm pretty sure they bruised a little. I don't know. So that was an adventure. I think it was worth it. I enjoyed seeing Ott. Tim Darcy is really interesting to watch live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was my week, I guess.
Nice. Let's see. So I've been in college for a few weeks now, and I'm going to community college because I have a scholarship that's let me go there for free for a year. And also, if you've not seen how terrible the education system is in the United States,
Oh my god.
now is
don't
the time to look because university is fucking expensive as hell, and I can't
Yeah.
afford that money. So community college is the way to go. And also, I'm going for free, so I can't really complain.
Yeah.
But yeah, and my college is good. I like my college. I'm
Even-
enjoying it myself so far.
Yeah. Like, even public state universities.
Mhm.
Like, which, if you go to your state university, you get, like, an in-state tuition, which is significantly reduced. Even with that and a scholarship, like, college is expensive as fuck, but, like, that's what I'm doing.
Mhm.
And, like, this is not the college I really wanted to go to, by any means. But, like, it's good. I'm not like bitching too hard.
Yeah.
It's a fine college. Yeah, it's not like it's still expensive, and it's bullshit that people act like it's cheap.
Mhm.
College is way, way too fucking expensive. It's way more expensive than it should be, and it's like becoming progressively more and more meaningless, but also like required in our society.
Yeah, because we were talking about this kind of with Sebastian and not Sebastian. I mean, is it Stefan or Stefan? I think it's Stefan. We're talking with Stefan in the chat. He was because he lives in Canada, and even he realizes this. Some of this stuff is bullshit. And it's just like we're putting we were kind of like taxes got brought up, and like here's the thing: when people realize it's like I want a president who's going to lower the taxes. Like, how about we have a president who's going to put our taxes towards things that are actually worthwhile, like affordable education or affordable healthcare, and not to a already ridiculous military budget?
I know, like, we spend, I think the number is $655 billion a year on our military.
Which is like,
That's-
why?
I think I remember hearing that that's more than the next 4 nations combined.
Exactly.
Like,
Like, why? Like, just lower it by, like, if you lower it by half, like, it's like, oh my god. Of course, you have this mentality, of course, that we have to respect every person that goes off to war, which I think is kind of true, but
bullshit.
it's like, it's like, I just kind of feel like, why are you guys, like, do a little research? Like, I know there's some people out there who, like, they have to go because, like, it's the only way they can afford to go to school, which kind of ties back into our kind of our rant about how much tuition costs and it's way too expensive.
okay, there are so many things in the United States that actually resemble indentured servitude, and it's bullshit.
Yeah. Hold on, wait, what were you gonna say, Ali?
I was just gonna say, like, pretty much like the whole you have to respect military personnel was kind of bullshit. I was just gonna throw that in there.
Yeah.
There's something
Yeah,
else I was-
like, what if the soldier is a shit stain?
No, there's
You know?
actually, I'm not joking, there's actually an Eric Andre bit about that in his show that, like, Hannibal Buress, he's talking about, it's like, do we have to respect the like, do we have to like all the soldiers? He's like, I kind of respect you for going off to war, but you're kind of a shitty dude, so, like, I don't know, because, like, I deleted someone on Facebook recently for, like, posting, like, some sort of conservative news with a lot of air quotes around it, article about, like, that one kid who made the clock and got, like,
God.
arrested for it. It was, like, I think his comment was, like, it's, like, like, basically the article was, like, this kid knew exactly what he was doing. He was just trying to, make his way by pretending to be a terrorist. And,
Oh
like,
my
this is all
God.
decided. And then, like, I think one of the comments the dude posted, like, Durka, Durka, Durka. And I'm like, okay, fuck you.
Jesus Christ.
My uncle's also a huge racist, and he's also my boss, so I can't really call him out for racism. So that's lovely.
Jeez.
Anyways, what were you saying, Ellie?
I like lost the thoughts. Sorry.
You lost the thoughts. You lost the thoughts.
Okay,
It sounds like I'm saying thoughts. God damn it, Allie. Why'd you lose the thoughts, man? We need those chicks.
I worked a long day, man.
Uh,
But yeah, we're
tell
coming
us
up,
about it.
we're coming up.
I want to hear, how was your long day?
So, I'm just gonna say, do not eat at Panera ever. Our food safety standards are complete shit.
Better call Mark
You're pretty much
Kozlik
eating
and tell him
garbage.
don't eat Panera's bread.
I feel like that has to be why your mac and cheese is so delicious, because no goodness is achieved through natural, I don't know,
Yeah, it's like
processes.
frozen and thrown in a microwave in a bag.
Yeah, Yeah, no,
That's
I
what I
believe
make that.
that.
I don't eat a Panera's bread. I usually just get a drink. Like whenever I went there, whenever I was dating my ex-girlfriend at the time, that's usually where our hangout spot was. And I rarely ordered food. I just got a drink for the most part. I just got a soda, and that was it.
Don't drink the half and half. Also, the containers we keep that stuff in are like disgusting.
No, I usually just got soda or water for the most part. So
Yeah.
fuck you, Panera Bread, and fuck you, Mark Kozlek, for supporting the brand of Panera's bread. I'm guessing it really sucks working there, right?
Yeah, it does.
What if somehow Mark hears this and releases the track?
That would be the greatest moment of this podcast. We would get so much publicity for that. So if you're listening to this, Mark Kozlek, please make us a diss track so we can get more publicity, because despite the fact that we've interviewed Grammy winners and Fantano, we do not get the complete recognition that we deserve. So I can't even keep going with this shit.
You're the Rodney Dangerfield of podcasts.
Oh god.
Maddie
is a bastard who fucks pigs.
Oh god. No.
Get a best
Fuck you. No, Alex, don't even accuse me of that. Jesus Christ, okay?
The Blues Fest is run by a bunch of inbreds. I haven't listened to that, but I need to, because it's gonna be good.
I really do need to listen to it.
You just know it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be like, okay.
It's like 8 fucking minutes long.
The fact that it's like okay, we're on drugs of my cock. Like, okay, interesting. It's, Otto's Blues Fest is run by inbred hits. Like, okay, this one's gonna be real interesting. Okay, anyways, fuck. On the topic of, I guess I'll go back to college. College is I was sort of like when I first did it, I was like, okay, I'm good. Like getting more into it, it's like, I don't know, and now I'm kind of back to like, okay, you know what? Let's enjoy my time while I'm here. Like radio, I was sort of like about it first, but now that like I've gotten to know more more of my classmates, I really do enjoy that class. My teacher, I kind of like have to once I bring down my defense mechanism, I kind of realize he doesn't have anything against me. Like, he's just trying to help me out. It's like, okay, I enjoyed the class a little bit more because there are problems with the way I speak. Which I'm surprised no one has brought up. I speak a little too fast.
What if... I'm sorry, this is a tangent. But what if that wasn't like a diss track, and it was just Mark Kozlek releasing a PSA? I mean, like war on drugs, suck my cock. That's clear what his intention is. But what if he was just legitimately trying to inform the public that the Ottawa Blues Fest is run by like maybe a corrupt inbred family, and that's why he dropped out of the performance. Who knows?
I know. I mean, with college, I'm enjoying it. Hopefully going to be on the radio sometime next month. Like, not this week, but like in 2 weeks, I should be going in for like during going into the studio and like watching them do what they're doing.
Oh, okay.
So I'm in the training process.
Is an online station?
No, it's actually like it's FM.
Yeah,
which is why there's a bit more like a process behind it, because like I know your station's just online, so they don't really give a fuck. But like ours is very professional.
Actually, we have both. We have an FM station and an online station, and DJs are trained/pick from the online station to move up to FM.
Oh, okay.
So if they like your show enough, they'll move you up.
Because ours is just it's online and FM, but like at the same time, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to.
Is like the FM. Are the FM shows just broadcasted online, or is it?
Yeah, FM is just broadcast online.
Okay, yeah.
I gotta be careful.
Plus, it's like completely separate stations.
I gotta be careful saying this because hey, who knows who might be listening. But I don't really enjoy most of the music the station plays. I think now that the summer's over, like I think they're finally kind of getting back into a groove where they're not playing the same shit over and over again. Thank God, because I am starting to hear different things on the radio, which is like good. But generally, it's kind of like generic alt rock, and it's like, let's add a little bit of, oomph to it.
Maybe some different colors.
Some different colors. Give me my own fucking show. I already have a show idea, which by the way, thank you, Arthi, for helping me come up with the name for the show. It's the Royal Order with the Monrovian Prince, aka me. So as a kid,
God, that's so perfect.
I know. As a kid,
it's so dumb too.
As a kid, thing is, I'm not calling it the fucking Dank Tank. That's fucking stupid. Jesus Christ. If you're,
Who,
okay,
wait,
whoever,
who said that? Whose idea was that? I can't remember.
it was someone in the
Is that
subreddit.
a real
I kind of put it in the I put it in the best of, which I'll get to the best of a little bit later.
Oh.
But yeah, as a kid, I had a family friend who for some reason he gave me the nickname the Monrovian Prince. I don't know why he gave me that nickname, but it just kind of stuck. It's my Twitter handle right now. It's my Twitter and Instagram handle, which, by the way, follow me at Monrovian Prince. I tweet a lot of really shitty memes, but they're funny anyways. And yeah, he gave me that nickname, and I was coming up with Arthur, like, trying to figure out, like, a radio show name if I ever did one, and the Royal Order was like, okay, this is genius. I don't know when I get to bring that up, like, for a show. I really need to do it. I really want, hopefully in my second year, I'll be able to have that show. So yeah. Anyways, back to the best of. So I put that out a few days ago. If anyone has read it or looked at the comments, what?
You said Reddit.
Reddit.
Oh, huh.
You really emphasized it. I thought
I
you were
didn't even
trying.
mean I didn't even mean for that. But anyways, yes, best of is online for this month. It's gonna be it's not the last one I'm doing, but I'm handing the reins over to Jeremiah for this month because we got to do, like, the day before I was gonna put it up. Like, I pretty much was done with it, and I showed it to everyone. Like, I showed it to the podcast crew first because, you know, I want to get a feel for it. And Jeremiah's like, "Oh, can you take? You need to take out this one, this one, this one, and this one." And I'm like, "I'm not fucking doing that. I'll take out maybe one, but like, and I'll add the one you want, but I don't really want to. No." And so Jeremiah's like, "I'll do it next month." And I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "Fine." Okay. So he is doing next month's best of. And the best of is kind of stressful because I really enjoy doing it. Like, collecting comments sometimes. Like, sometimes it's like, I don't have any material. I'll just kind of, go low for low pickings. But for the most part, I enjoy, doing the best of. Except when it comes to the comments, because at least for this month, it was a lot less bad. Where, like, it was a lot of people, but the month before, was a lot of people being like, why was I not in here? Like, I thought I made I'm really sad I'm not in here. Like, oh, why'd you put this in here? You're like, oh, it's like, okay, please stop. I do this for fun for the subreddit. Like,
You do it for the love of the meme.
I do it for the love of the memes. I'm sorry that you're not fucking
It's
funny.
about the art, man.
It's like a lot of people, they complain about not being in there, but it's like, if you're not in there, you're not fucking funny to me. Or you just didn't post, or you went too obvious. Because, like, some people, like, there's one comment someone posted, was like, oh, I wonder why this is not in there. Because it was too fucking obvious. Like, I put some obvious shit in there, like some fan service, but sometimes it's like, okay. But sometimes it's like, okay, no, I'm not putting it in there. That's too fucking stupid. You can kind of guess because I made a comment to the one. So yeah,
I think it doesn't help that there's a clear bias towards podcast members.
I wasn't as bad about as it was last month, because last month Arthi was all over the place, and this month I think she only showed up like 3 times at the most. But yeah, I do have a podcast, but it wasn't as bad this month. I think I did a better job because I didn't have as many as last time. Because last time it was like 66, and this time around it was only like 40 something. So yeah, best of is gonna Jeremiah's doing it next month. And speaking of best ofs, the best of 2015 album of the year write-ups, going to be making a news post about that next week to kind of post a schedule and like make sure everyone knows what album they're doing, because it's going to be very, very stressful on me, because I'm going to be, I think is all the write-ups are going to be sent to me too. Like, you're going to send it to your OP and then you're going to send it to me as a backup, because I'm going to be handling all the backups just in case someone doesn't post it. But also, it's like, it's 31 write-ups in 31 days, and you can't always rely on like 31 people to get their shit done. So if you did sign up for one, get your shit done as soon as possible, please, and send it into your OP, because I'm, hey, this shit is gonna be, I really want to get this shit like a really successful start. And are you fucking eating food on the goddamn podcast?
No, it was my cat. I'm sorry.
Fuck your cat, man.
My cat is awesome. Fuck you.
I'm sorry. Just, again, go put your cat in a different room and go play at Meow the Jewels, okay?
Okay.
But yeah.
That might be a weird experience for cats. Sometimes my girlfriend and I will just sit there and meow at my cats, and like I always wonder if like we ever approach something that is like remotely close to like a call response type thing that they might understand. And if it's like really confusing, like we're trying to be cute and like we're like, I don't know, like like I,
Like.
I lost my brain there. Give me a second. I'm gonna get my cats out of the room. You can move on.
But yeah, best of 25th write-ups. We're gonna be. I'll be making a news post about it soon. If you did send it for a write-up, which I know you fucking signed up for one, Allie. Okay, I remember.
will do it.
You better get it done soon.
Yeah, I need
And check that. I think the schedule. It's in like one of my comments like way back, which is why I'm gonna make the news post so you can see the schedule and figure out who your OP is.
Yeah.
So yeah, which Allie, I'll send you the schedule, which I have in a Google Doc, which I'll just send that to you real quick. I was supposed to be fucking editing and shit. I haven't been doing that. Okay, anyways, yeah, best of 2015. We'll hopefully get started on that soon. What else I want to talk about? I talked about college. Shit. I of course, sometimes on the late night we get a little too personal about shit, and this is the moment where I'm gonna get a little too personal about shit. Just kidding. I'm not stupid enough because I've told people about this podcast, and there is the odd chance they could listen. Oh shit, my parents are home. Alex? Oh god, you're gone. Okay, I can talk a bit longer. Let's see.
Why is this comment thread pasted into the schedule?
Yeah, those are that's Jeremiah's theory about 21 Pilots. Which it's a very good read. I do recommend reading it.
No, I remember it. It was great.
Okay, and we are back. Had to hang up real quickly because my parents came home and they are very loud when they come home, especially my mom. You may actually hear her a few times in the background because she's talking to my sister right now on the phone and she's loud, which I think is kind of good because like one thing with radio you have to do is you have to project your voice, and being loud can help that, but don't be too loud though. But like a certain loud is like you're good. So yeah, if you do hear a woman speaking in the background kind of quietly, that would be my mother, and she is like a room away from me. So yeah. Anyways, what were we talking about?
I think
I feel like
difficulties would have sufficed.
Yes.
I feel like your parents are like, well, specifically your mom, they're kind of like recurring background characters in the podcast.
They are, because she always like storms in my room while I'm recording. Like,
Yeah, I
always
mean-
like she'll come in and like my door's pretty loud, so like usually I have enough time to mute, but you'll probably hear my door like turning. Or
Your
being-
parents have been on possibly more times than a couple of our members.
Of course, my mom pops in
Yeah.
on, like almost every podcast at least. I think she's probably popped in at least for like at least 3/4 of the podcasts that I've been on, which is
It's like
a
she
lot.
knows.
She knows. No, my mom knows about the podcast.
Well, you've also been on almost every podcast, so that's like.
How many have I not been
That's
on?
a
I think I've
fuck
only
up.
been on. I don't think I haven't been on like 3 or 4.
I think Ethan's hosted like no, you've been on. I've hosted at least 4 podcasts, and
Yeah.
Ethan's hosted like 2 or 3.
Okay then. Let's
Actually,
see.
no, I think Ethan's only hosted 2.
You instantly hosted. You probably hosted a couple. So yeah, I've probably only been on for like 4 or 5 podcasts. But yeah, what were we talking about? We were talking about college. Oh yeah, I was gonna mention the thing that was kind of personal, but I talked about when we were not recording. But there is one thing. I'm sorry if you go to my college and you're listening to this, but at least in my classes, there are like no cute single girls. Let me get that very clear. Single.
Damn.
Because
Shut down.
if there's any girls that are like cute, they most likely have a boyfriend. And it's like, damn it.
Oh my god, can I tell a story?
Yes.
So my first day of college, my first class, I go in, it's like 9 in the morning. It feels like 7, though. I don't know. Everyone seems really tired.
Yeah.
And I sit next to this dude that looked kind of nerdy, and like, I couldn't tell what was on his shirt, but it looked vaguely like a concert T-shirt. I later found out that it was a sports shirt, and like, just I don't know my perception of this guy just changed so drastically between the beginning of class and I don't know, like 10 minutes after class. And it's just I sit next to him and we're having conversations and we're kind of like I don't know, talking about stuff. We might have talked about music and video games just a little bit, and then he progressively talks about sports more and more. And then as we walk out of class, and I just thought it was like kind of like a sports fan, but I would learn that he was a true bro. And we walk out of class, and he was like, he turns to me, and they were like, dude, there were some fucking babes in there, right, man? And and proceeds to talk about how every woman in the class was so hot. And like he was like, man, like I didn't expect there to be really any hot chicks, but like everyone in there was so fucking hot, dude. There were so many fucking babes in that class. And I was like, I didn't know how to respond. I just sort of like stifled a snort to like, I don't know, just because I didn't want to be like
Rude.
obstinate. Yeah, I just wanted to like, I don't know, be passive and walk away. But it was
Not exactly the case for my classes.
yeah, it was kind of a yikes moment.
Like, I see cute girls and I'm walking in between classes and whatnot, but like they're not in my classes, and it's like, damn it. But again, I think, you know, as time goes on, maybe I'll find like, you know, if I go to clubs and whatnot, you know, might see some cute girls. Who knows? I don't know, because yeah. Oh,
I feel like this podcast is secretly about your love life.
Oh, it is, yeah. I think like at least half the late nights I've talked about my breakup and shit.
Like, I guess music is like the A plot, and your love life is the B plot.
Yes. Is there any Oh, wait. I did not talk about this. My cousin. So, an interesting twist in the story of my breakup. My cousin, who, if you guys are experienced listeners, you do know that my cousin started dating my ex-girlfriend the day we broke up. So he, out of the blue, texted me saying, let's talk. And I'm like, I'm freaking out. Like, right away, I'm stressing. I go to you guys. I'm like, help. Guys, help. My cousin just texted me. He wants to talk. And you guys are trying to coach me through it, like, the beginning. Like, okay, just, you know, if he says this, you know, say this. Say this. Jeremiah's response was just say Lamau to almost everything. So, which I did not do. But yeah, we talked things out through text. We kind of explained our side of the story. I kind of, you know, I told him mine. I said, this is what you did, and I think this is why it was shitty. And he understood my thoughts, and, you know, we made up, and it's all good between me and my cousin right now. I still kind of hate him in certain ways, but, like, I don't hate him as much as I used to. It's like he apologized. Like, I can't hate him too much for apologizing, and it's already been so many months where it's like, okay, whatever. However, I'm not completely satisfied, though, because while my cousin did hurt me... God damn, Mom. Please, for the love of God.
What's she talking about?
She's talking to my sister about something. She's on the phone with my sister. She's talking to her about something. I don't fucking know. They just got home from her wedding reception. She said, I don't know. Okay, anyways, I'm still, like, a little like, I hope that this, like, him apologizing to me would, like, hopefully lead to my ex apologizing to me. Because, like, I'm super happy that my cousin even apologized to me. Like, it's already, like, okay, that's already asking for a lot. Or that's already, like, a lot. Like, it's just the fact that, you know, it's like she hasn't apologized to me. It's like, man, that's just kind of messed up to me. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I mean, she hurt me more than he did. So, like, I think an apology from her and talking everything out with her would probably, like, sort of clear some stuff off my conscience.
I get that you need closure, but I don't think you should expect that. And not because it wouldn't be a nice thing. I just don't see that realistically happening. And a lot of that is because, like, from what I hear about this girl, she's not a very kind person and probably doesn't care.
I wouldn't say she's unkind, but she just is immature, and she doesn't like...
Well, that's
my dad,
even...
Did you guys hear my dad yelling about football?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just she's immature, and she doesn't, like... If she makes a mistake, she doesn't... what's the word? She doesn't... She's not self-aware about her mistakes and, like, realizing what she did wrong. Because that was starting to become a bit of a problem in a relationship. Because there was a time where she was hanging out with one of her, like, her best friend pretty much, and like they're hanging out somewhere, and then like my ex-girlfriend, she leaves her best friend, like she says, oh, I have to go home, like my mom wants me home at a certain time, but she lied about that to go hang out with my cousin. This is before like we broke up too, so there was a lot of things that led to our breakup that was like, but the main one was being that like if I was gonna make sacrifices and she wouldn't, like what's the point? And of course, also I had a little bit of suspicions about her cheating on me with my cousin, but of course I was like, no, that wouldn't happen. She wouldn't be, she wouldn't be that mean. Little did I know. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't expect her to. Like, I don't. I would like her to, but it's just sort of like, I hope that maybe my cousin apologizing, like, he has to have brought that up with her, like, at this point, right? So, yeah, hold on a second.
What just happened?
I think Maddie muted himself, probably.
Yeah,
Oh,
my mom came
okay.
in. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry for the awkward silence if you're listening. My mom literally came in and asked about, because I ordered pizza, so she was asking about that. But yeah, it's like, I don't expect it, but like, I want it, and I want closure. It's like, my God, I swear to God. I apologize to the listeners, because,
You're really lucky you can like order pizza and have it be good. The only thing that delivers in my area is a fucking Domino's.
Oh, that sucks.
I got Pizza Hut, actually.
Yeah.
We have at least 2 great pizza places. I really only eat at 2, but there are like, God, there have to be like 10 pizza joints in my town, and it's not even like it's a big town with a lot of restaurants. Like, I live in a predominantly pizza area. I don't know why, but I have some great options.
I'm not joking, but like on one street, there are like, let's see, if we count Casey's, because Casey's is a gas station, they actually do sell pizzas. So, which is like, why would you get a gas station pizza of all places to get a pizza? I don't care if you want to eat cheap, go to Little Caesars. So there's Casey's, there's Pizza World, there is Domino's. Hold on, I feel like I'm missing one. There's a Domino's, there's a Pizza Hut, and then there's an Emos, and the Papa John is like not even on that road. But yeah, there's like five pizza places within like a 2 to 3 mile range.
Are any
There are a
of
bunch of,
those
like-
non-chain?
Pizza World is the only one that's not chain.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of really good local ones like in Sacramento, but none within like delivery radius, which sucks.
I think Emos is like a regional. I'm pretty sure that's only in like the St. Louis area. Emos.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a Pizza Hut because I like Pizza Hut. So yeah, fuck, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, let's see. Also, on vinyl, I need it. By the way, I'm starting to save up for like an official vinyl setup because it costs a lot of money and I really need to start saving for it so I can get it before Christmas. But yeah, recently I got Dean Blunt's The Redeemer on vinyl, which it's become a recent favorite of mine. I'm like, oh, there's only one in stock on Amazon. I guess I'll just pick it up and be the last one to get it. And by the way, Redeemer, great album. Please go listen to it. It's a very good breakup album, as it kind of really it exudes the feeling of like the empty part of the after breakup. Unlike Volnicura, which is very like fresh wounds. Like I'm angry and I want to yell about it. Well, Redeemer is more just like chilled back and like just very depressed, but in a very empty and like empty way. Yeah. I'm not very articulate tonight. With some
Yeah.
words.
I don't think any of us are.
Why the hell?
So I picked up You Forgot It in People on vinyl this week,
Nice.
and I thought it was like on black vinyl, but then something like the light, like it caught the light, and I realized it was like this translucent deep purple marbled vinyl.
Ooh.
That was the best surprise of my week.
Yeah, that seems nice. Actually, though, like, and I don't mean to rain on your parade, I kind of don't get, like, glitzy vinyl.
It just looks
I-
nice.
Yeah, but I don't know, there's something really nice to me about, like, a fresh, clean black vinyl record. Like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of, slowing down my vinyl collecting. I did buy 3 records in this past week, but that was because I went to concerts and apparently no one's printing CDs anymore. And like, I don't know if you get it in a good light, like if you play it by a window and you have natural light on the record and it's just reflecting off, it looks so nice.
I'm looking at my ex-military bootleg that I got when I hung out with Ethan, and
Like I guess colored vinyl and stuff was cool. Like
it's
when
because I
started
mostly own black.
collecting, but I feel like so many people do it. Like you can get a colored version of any record, you know.
That's why I'm going to disagree with you, because I do not own that much colored vinyl. The only colored vinyl that I own is I Love You, Honey Bear, and Ex-Military, I think.
Which color is I Love You, Honey Bear?
It's like 3 colors. Like it's like
Oh, it's that
blue,
one. Yeah,
yellow, and pink, I think.
Yeah. I guess I wish like if vinyl's gonna be colored, I want it to like relate to the record in some way.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how some records sort of exude color? You know, like I don't mean like in a synesthetic kind of way, but like Kid A is very like blue and red and like violent and shit. And then like I don't know, you know, some records are just sort of like that. Like if it's gonna be colored, I want it to relate to the record. Like my copy of Elliott Smith's self-titled is this clear, deep blue, and I think that's awesome because I feel like it really fits the record. It's like the color of the cover, but
And I think I'll be Honey Bear. I think the color fits on that because it's very colorful. It's like it's kind of kind of reminds you because the album is about love and all these emotions that come with it, and it's like it's nice. Blues and yellows and pinks.
yeah, I guess I'm just not into it when it's like big vibrant colors on a sad folk album to be like, you know, exclusive for record store day.
Oh yeah, that.
I think another good example of colored vinyl was with Carrie and Lowell being a like it's like there's a limited run of like clear vinyl.
Oh, I got that, which is so
So
perfect
did I.
for the record.
Because it's very like it's very like we were talking about Dean Blunt being
Skeleton.
like very empty depression music, where I think also Carrie and Lowell also fits under that very well, where it's very empty.
Yeah.
And just sort of like, you know, it's kind of in that stage of depression where you just don't feel anything. It's just like you're you know, a living ghost. And you're
What's
just,
kind of insane about that record to me is that Sisyphus was made before it, and Sisyphus was made after his mom's death too.
oh no, it doesn't surprise me. That
Which
if you
also
see what
makes-
he looks like, if you saw any pictures of him during that era, it's like this man
Yeah.
is going through a midlife crisis.
I know. Part of it was like I think that was during the time when he was really like binging on shit and like doing drugs and having meaningless sex, and that's like what Sisyphus is. So you kind of see that process, but at the time we didn't know Sufjan's mother had died.
Mm-hmm.
He hadn't like communicated that in any way, and like I think Carrie and Lowell was like him sort of obviously it was him dealing with it, but it was coming to terms with it
Yeah.
well. Whereas
That's how I was with my breakup, where it was just like anger at first, like Volniker is anger, and then kind of Carrie and Lowell where it's very empty and just, you know, you just kind of get by your day, and then just like, but by the way, we did a playlist Thursday last week that was kind of like a playlist about that. You can check it out. Also check out Alex's songs for a panic attack, which I really enjoyed. By the way, Alex, listen to it,
thanks.
great
Yeah.
playlist. So yeah, it's just sort of like, you know, you go through these stages, and I mentioned before. I know you guys are sick of hearing me talk about my breakup. I've talked about it enough, but I do want to thank Sarah for the podcast, from like basically being. I mean, I think everyone on the podcast at the time really did help me, but like Sarah was like the trigger of like, you need to stop doing what you're doing because you're not helping yourself. Like, I understand you want to have some time to kind of wallow in your sadness, but like that's not going to help you by just keep doing it. Like, what are you doing? Like, just stop. And, you know, yeah, she, you know, doing that kind of like, from that point, I was like, okay, I gotta stop. And I became progressively better from there.
That's kind of funny because I feel like Sarah wallows a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a bad way, you know, it's something we all do, but something I've noticed is a lot of the time, and I've done this too, a lot of the time when people give out advice, it's usually advice that they need to follow.
Mhm.
Like, and I think that's a subconscious thing rather than like a hypocritical thing.
Yeah.
I don't mean that as like, you know, in that way. I just mean it's like, I don't know. You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah,
like,
because I mean, Sarah,
Yeah.
she doesn't pop in the chat as much as she used to, and like whenever she did, you kind of hear about things about her love life and like what's going on with her life and roommates and whatnot. It's like she's not telling us everything. Like,
Yeah.
I know there's something up, and she doesn't want to be honest with us. And sometimes she's very honest with us, but there's other times where it's just like there's something up, but you're not talking to us about it. And I just kind of like, and she just popped up in the chat like yesterday, I think, for the first time in like a week or so. It was just sort of like, well, it's nice you're here. I don't know why, where you've been. Like, it'd be nice for you to pop up a bit more. So I don't know. Or maybe getting a little too personal with podcast business.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should probably wrap things up because I gotta go. I have to edit this podcast and get all the stuff uploaded. So I hope you guys enjoyed this special episode of Late Night. And does anyone have any like last words?
Free Macklemore.
Free
And
Macklemore.
listen to You
Free
Forgotten People,
Macklemore.
guys.
Hashtag free Macklemore. Jizz on. Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.